What's up, guys? So Amber gave Diesel the biggest apology today, and people are asking why exactly it is that she should apologize when, after all, Diesel blackmailed Anthony. Well, I guess it's not so easy. Let's start here firstly and foremost at just the little moments and subtleties that Diesel tried to assist Amber but got nothing.
You need to pray, okay? You need to pray for discernment. You need to pray to God that He's going to reveal to you what you need to see, okay? You need to pray. You need to pray, Miss Amber. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna come back and get this, all right? All right? You need to pray.
I'm afraid for protection.
This is a God-fearing show. This is a show that is faith-based, that is all about God, that is Jesus, God, whatever it is that you want to call it. And you saw exactly how it is that they dealt with people who were a little bit more on the spiritual side. You know, you have your Mama Brenda's and you had your Diesel, who actually tried, to bring forth some amount of faith into what he was talking about. But in this particular moment, we saw how the character Amber looked at Diesel. He was looked at with a level of scorn. If you check her face out here and see just her demeanor as to how she dealt with him, that is exactly what you had going on. We could take a trip more. You know what? Tell you what. Don't worry about me. Let's keep watching.
Your husband is sleeping with her.
What?
No,
he's tripping.
Okay.
No, you gotta go. I'm calling the police.
Diesel, we need to go. We need to go.
One would have thought that, this would have kind of ring a bell to Amber. I mean, it looked like it did, but it didn't quite because, of course, as we'll see coming in, it just didn't quite pop that particular punch. I don't know what she was looking for in these moments.
Honey.
Sleeping with her.
Amber, you need to take your baby in the house. Like, this man is crazy. Babe.
That was how trusted Shayla and Anthony were as far as Amber is concerned, which is exactly why she is a part of what happened to Diesel. Because if she had tried to do something here for Diesel, then he probably would not have been carted off to the mental health institution, as we'll see in here.
You gonna be in here, bro.
No.
As long as you gonna be in here, bro. Calm down.
You heard him. You heard him, didn't you? Tell me you heard him.
It's okay. Calm down. I know he's doing this. I promise.
You can't be real. You can't be real.
I want you guys to understand this. A mental health institution is just as about similar to a jailhouse or a prison. And here's exactly why it is similar, because what happens is once you get the particular stigma of having a mental health, you generally have to stick with that for the rest of your life. Which means that, let's just say you had a diagnosis of schizophrenia, as Diesel has now, and you get recovered over a period of time. Even though you have recovered from schizophrenia, chances are you're going to still have people who are going to look at your file and will say, well, he's schizophrenic, so you know what, hey, might be what he's saying is not true. He might be making stuff up again, even when you're not making anything up at all. Now, one of the things I want to point out to people is that about, say, 23.7% of people are actually misdiagnosed with schizophrenia. Yes, guys, some studies have suggested 25% or even higher as far as misdiagnosis is concerned. It's almost the equivalent of why some people get to, be booked into what you call special ed.
Younger your child is, the less likely you should be getting them evaluated. The younger the child, Charlemagne, the more likely we may misdiagnose. The younger the child, the less items we can ask them anyway, because they're so young. So you don't get a good read.
When maybe it is that the child just needed some tutoring, or I don't know, possibly just needed just a little bit more help. That's all it really was. Amber had the keys to this thing all along. She just didn't utilize those keys as best as possible. And that's all it is that the storyline is trying to tell us, as we would see further down. But we're kind of dealing with Diesel in this particular scenario. And again, I'll show you exactly how we deal with people in the black community who have mental illnesses.
Miss Dalton, I'm sorry about that. You remember Trish? I don't think you ever. Did you ever? Y'all, it's neither here or there. You don't worry your little mind, okay? All right? That was just something that I was just going through, okay?
Okay. Yep. You know what? I think I got the answers that I need.
Those are the looks that Diesel got. So when you guys are talking about why she needed to apologize to Diesel, you have to remember these type of moments. These were some of the moments where she saw him with a level of scorn, where she saw him as just another beggar or whoever it is on the street. Understand this, guys. This is a typical thing that happens in the black community. And I will say it again. It does. It does. It happens as far and as wide as even countries as my home country, Jamaica. where we call these type of people madmen. That's exactly what we call them. Not knowing exactly the reason that they're here, that they're at this particular scenario, or where they are, or what exactly is going on. Were they drugged? Did someone put something in their drink? Did someone put something in their food? Did someone do something, traumatizing to them? These are some of the questions we should have been asking, but never asked. And there's so much that I learned from this particular show, just to show some of the implicit biases I had growing up as a kid when I saw people who were in mental health institutions.
I have a very vivid memory of my GP saying to me, "You are mentally sick and you have to accept help to get better."
Hannah was a healthy 20-year-old psychology student living at home with her family when she started experiencing flu-like symptoms.
And so you're seeing all of that. Just imagine the pills that he has been given to take while he's there, because they're going to have to give him something for anxiety, maybe something for the depression because he may get depressed from the schizophrenia, or he may get anxiety from his schizophrenia. Just think of the amount of pills and medication that they're going to put him on, all because of this diagnosis. And yet again, guys, I understand that you had pieces before, but what Amber and the team did, Amber, Anthony, and Shayla, based on what they had going on, it made it even worse.
Shayla, don't worry about that. I actually went up to see Diesel, and girl, he.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, I definitely saw it that day.
Yeah. So I am not even. I wasn't even moved.
Yeah, guess what? She had co-conspired as far as Shayla is concerned. And so, there's just so much going on as far as Shayla is concerned, as far as Anthony is concerned. Yes, she has to take responsibility for co-conspiring and putting Diesel in a mental health institution that he did not belong in at that particular time. Guys, I get you. I understand. Does Diesel have a case from before? Yes, he did. But this particular scenario, this entire fiasco, has accelerated what Diesel went through. If you want to speak about, I don't know, bar 44 and the amount of tabs that he has run up, it's not even close. The amount of medications that they've actually put him on are going to cost him way more in the long term than, I don't know, the bill of what, $10,000, $20,000 that he had run up at the tab that he ran up. Trust me, it is a drop in the bucket in comparison to the long-term effects of taking psychotic medication, schizophrenic medication. It's a drop in the bucket. Which brings me to here. The moment that I was waiting for, the moment that I wanted to happen, the moment of apology, not just from Amber, the character itself, but from the writers, to apologize to the fans and the audience, and to see exactly what fans would have said as well too, and if they would have apologized to Diesel for how it is that they treated him, even in the comment section, because we can see exactly how people are thinking.
I caught Anthony and Shayla in bed together. You were right, Diesel. So the apology does not need to come from you. I apologize.
That was the big moment. This was the moment where I hold Amber in higher regard. This was the moment that I was happy for, because for the first time we have apologized to someone with a mental illness. You know what I mean? Especially when we have wronged them. Because generally what people do is that when they wrong someone with a mental illness, they don't apologize. Why? Because there's no need to. As far as they're concerned, they are subhuman. They are beneath them. They are below them. And maybe this is exactly what the writers wanted us to get from the entire series when they injected Diesel in these particular skits. Now, we want to see exactly how Diesel's story is going to work itself out. Understand that Diesel is inside of this particular scenario. He's actually in this case simply because someone mishandled his medication, and because of that, he now has to keep this particular illness or sickness for the rest of time. Doubting himself, thinking that he's not sure, thinking that, hey, he's not right, he's not well. These are all thoughts. Guys, this was a great story because it could have been any of us. Very, very simple and easy. I remember going to France some time back, and a friend of mine was there, and I had to watch his drink simply because someone tipped something in his drink. Just like that, he could have been gone. Just like that. This is exactly how you have human trafficking. Guys, don't fall over this story. I don't want you to just brush over this story. This is an important story. Be very mindful when it comes to mental health. Let me know what you guys think. Did you guys find information valuable? Did you learn anything at all? Is there anything you want to add? Let me know what you think. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna talk to y'all soon.